When people talk about diversity, they often think of gender, race, ethnicity, age, sexual orientation, indigenous populations, and they often just don't think of people with disabilities. So at that point, access just means getting that opportunity to be on a board or committee. But when you factor in that disability or people with disability is just another kind of human diversity, then accessibility means something totally different.
Accessibility means everything is available to everyone. I'm a believer that nothing about us without us, meaning if you really want to be an inclusive board and your job is to provide service or to provide, like if you run an organization, you need to have the stakeholders part of your board and part of making decisions too. It does not make sense when you are an organization that designs something for a certain segment of people, but those people have no input in what you're doing.
The Accessible Board Toolkit will help in board governance because it will give boards the opportunity to really look at the different steps that they have to take in order to help them to organize a board that is accessible. So some of the tools that we have in our toolkit to help people to be more accessible on a board, we have new policy and procedures, but beside from that we'll have a board assessment tools. And that's a way for people to assess how they are in terms of their own understanding about accessibility, some of their own biases. That's very important. When you're working with the board of directors, one of the states that you want to achieve, and I like to call it's a state of being normal. And what I mean by that is you're working with people and the conversation is comfortable. It feels safe, everyone is valued, everyone is welcomed, and there are no awkward questions, but it's having that open dialogue. And there is a point you get to with a board of directors where it feels normal and it just feels like, yeah, this is where I should be.
We people with disabilities contribute with our skills, knowledge, and life experience. When we contribute, we think of innovations, we think of different ways of problem solving. We are tenacious, we are resilient, we stick with it because we have to. That's what we do for our whole life. So including people with disabilities and myself just makes everything so much better for the organization and for society in general.